Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you again so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Let's take a look here at Fetch.AI to see what's going on here. Got a solid bounce off its golden pocket, that 0.618 fib level we had our eyes on yesterday. Unfortunately, my alert didn't trigger by like a few fractions of a cent apparently, but either way you look at it, awesome opportunity here to possibly see a breakout further to the upside and to make a run towards that $2 mark. Again, that's not a guarantee. I spitballed $2 yesterday in my video, just kind of saying that that's a possibility, of course. If we continue to run, we break through our resistance level. We got a lot of liquidation up here between 147 and 160. That's important to recognize that the price could continue to run to that level. So we're going to look at a few different things, but the standard procedure here is that most cup and handles, while it's not perfect, generally bounce off their golden pockets, and we have a lot of consolidation here recently, so there's a solid chance we should see further upside for Fetch.AI here, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right, so take a look here at the backend data. Let's quickly double check a few things, see where we're at, and go from there. And I do want to say a quick little heads up, we are partnered recently with BTCC. It's another no KYC crypto exchange essentially that doesn't require a VPN as well, so check them out. They're awesome exchange. They have really good benefits here. Link down below for that. I always recommend a secondary exchange because if you're going to day trade and swing trade concurrently, it's always best to do them on separate exchanges. Okay, probably best not to do one. Probably best to do one or the other, not both. But again, some people like to wear many hats, and I just prefer to kind of swing trade myself just because I don't like the gray hairs anymore. Right? Yeah, that's not the exact reason, but obviously there's a lot more stress involved too. Anyways, take a look here at the liquidation levels. Just a quick little heads up. That's roughly what we can see there with more recent time frames. A big picture, it's easier to identify. Again, we got what was it? Somewhere in the range of about probably closer to 3 billion now, because each one of these candles, or sorry, these bars is about $500 million. So yeah, probably closer to 3 billion now because a lot more shorts entering the market since yesterday. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if you're shorting Fetch.AI right now, I get it. Double tops, they typically play out pretty well, but there's a lot of other confirming factors as to why that double top shouldn't prevail, if that makes sense. Okay, or maybe it already has. Hopefully you secure profits on your short. Let's take a look here at the daily time frame, see what's going on. So big picture macro, just so you know, we got some macro fibs up here. This 0.236 fib level, that is essentially a support range for us. We're really close to that, so 135 is somewhat of a support. Okay, so keep that in mind. We got that below the price action. We've also got our largest point of control based on macro at about 120. So that's hypothetically the worst case scenario if this coin pulls back even further. Taking a look though at the macro perspective here, we can see we're above 3 out of 4 moving averages. That's extremely beneficial. We've broken our descending trend line with an awesome retest of this local high as a new low. So things are looking pretty solid here for Fetch. There's really no other way around it. Looks like it's going to want to continue to run. Taking a look here, we can see RSI getting closer to 70, but not quite there yet. And then, of course, money flow index and stochastic looking pretty normal, pretty standard. We're over 0 on the TSI here, and MACD is converging. There's really no reason to be shorting this coin, folks. I mean, I get the inclination, but not really appropriate in this current market right now, especially with Bitcoin trending towards 60,000 to sweep 50 billion liquidation at 60,000, upwards of 60.5. If you want to get kind of a heads up on that, I've got this playout chart here for Bitcoin on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. There is a lot of liquidation up here, folks. Again, this is relevant and important to recognize because that does factor into coins like Fetch and others that we like to cover and take profits on. Quick little congrats also, speaking of profits, just kind of throw it out there. We saw, again, about 34% profit on Bitcoin. We got an ICP long right now with SUI 85% and Cardano at 32%. So congrats to our folks for that. And once more, just heads up, $1.2 billion in volume, in liquid volume effectively coming into Bitcoin this morning. It hasn't looked back since. A lot of volume, folks. When you have a lot of volume, there's a lot of sustainability and more likelihood to see the price go further up. Either way, speaking of further up, taking a look here, this doji candle is a hammer doji, super strong, absolutely looking like we're wanting to continue much higher. 4-hour time frame. Let's quickly understand and diagnose what's going on here. We are starting to see a pullback, of course, that's standard with relevancy to that descending trend. But again, we're maintaining over 50 on the RSI. That's the most important thing here. Stochastic swinging up, and MACD is soon to converge once more, or trying to converge. Being presumptuous there that it's soon to. Technically, it hasn't yet. But we're up over the 20-day SMA, 50. Everything's looking good here. Still holding strong. Again, that 0.618 fib level, that 130 is a very, very strong support. and we saw that hold very strong here so far. Taking a look at the Ichimoku cloud, we can recognize too that we're back in the cloud, potentially going to break above it. That would be awesome if we did. Absolutely helpful if we get back above that. But the key takeaway here is the lagging span is not free and clear of the price action. It's basically moving within or soon to intersect, essentially implying there's a significant shift in momentum. So that bearish downtrend has since reversed itself and is moving higher. Keep in mind, Bitcoin is surging right now. And if it does break to that 60K range, we're going to see a lot of altcoins start to take off. So we're in good shape here with Fetch. There's really no reason I want to consider shorting this coin. While there's no indication here to really take a long just yet, you're going to find more success going up than down in the current market. Just be careful. Keep in mind this coin is highly volatile. It can absolutely still pull back. If it does, then when you lose this 0.618 fib level, it's this golden pocket. Secondary support to that would be 124, as based on that 0.5 fib level, which has a lot of support based on previous resistance. So again, if that happens, just heads up, that's a good little safety net there for you. Either way, I'll post our playout chart here on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. I'll update things here as well. Make sure it's relevant and concise. And I do want to say thanks again for watching. Don't forget to join us over at BTCC. Excellent rewards. Use my link to register. And obviously jumping over to our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord if you want. Looks a little something like this. All right, folks. Have a good one. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you soon.